Well, this week, Malcolm Turnbull was brought to tears during a speech about ovarian cancer at Parliament House in Canberra. The Prime Minister was not alone. The emotional account from a mother of two's battle with the disease also overwhelmed Lucy Turnbull and opposition leader Bill Shorten.
Yeah, Anne-Marie Mulders said she hoped her words would help convince the politicians of the need for more funding for ovarian cancer treatment and, of course, research.
For more on this, we're joined by psychologist Sabina Reid. Sabina, an emotional reaction from our nation's leaders. It's made headlines. Would there be stories about this if we had a female Prime Minister?
Look, it's a strange one, isn't it? I noted this morning that Adele was shown crying just during the Brit Awards this morning, and that was part of the story. So I don't think it's just male tears that catch our attention. I think when we see a man cry, it gives us a sense of their vulnerability, and that can be a very positive outcome. But sadly, it's less commonplace to see men cry, and that's why it garners the attention it does.
Yeah, so how can showing emotions sort of help men in terms of power and status? As you said, it's an important quality to show every now and again, vulnerability.
Oh, vulnerability is very important, and if you're in a position of power, I think it becomes even more important. When a man in position of power shows vulnerability, they're really inviting empathy, connection, bonding, and vulnerability from the people they're with, or the viewer in this case, and that helps humanise, I think, not just politicians, but all men, whether that's our partner, our father, our boss, our son, and that's a very important piece of human behaviour.
It actually makes you feel better sometimes. Is it,
absolutely.
Is that the whole purpose of it?
There is a purpose for crying. It is, as you say, Kylie, a release of emotion. Often it's pent-up emotion, and the physical release of tears helps us feel better. It also has the benefit, or the bonus, I guess, of getting attention and support from someone else. So when we think about even when a child cries, they're getting one's attention. They need support. When we cry as adults, we're often looking for someone to connect with us or hear our pain. And although that wasn't Turnbull's intent, obviously, it has done just that. He has garnered support, and importantly, it's also garnered interest and support around ovarian cancer, which is a terrific benefit from the tears.
Yeah, biologically speaking, and that's how I usually like to speak biologically. Do we know if men are programmed to shed fewer tears than women? Biologically speaking, of course.
Biologically speaking, which is how you always speak, Larry, they certainly are. We know that women, on average, cry 5 times as many tears in a year as men do. And once the waterworks start for women, we tend to cry on average of 6 minutes per crying session compared to 2 to 3 minutes for men. So yes, biologically speaking, we do tend to cry more than men, and there are many reasons for that. One is we think hormonally, because interestingly, when we look at when we compare tears in boys and girls pre-puberty, they are very similar. But once pubescent changes and hormonal changes, particularly testosterone, comes into play, we see a decrease in male tears.
Oh, what?
No, I was just going to say, it's good that someone's timed it, that it's 6 minutes. That's good. And we do cry different things.
They are average stats.
We do cry different things, right?
Thank you, Sabina.
We do cry at different things, but let's normalise and humanise tears. We all cry at death. We all cry at relationship breakups and romantic heartbreak, although we do see women tend to cry during soapies and reality TV, and we almost seek out opportunities to cry.
And I cried when I got a price for new tyres for my car. So we do cry at different things. We do. Sabina, thank you for talking to us. We'll see you soon.
Good to see you both.
Sabina, I should say, if it raises awareness about ovarian cancer...
Of course.
That's a great thing. It was, of course, Teal Ribbon Day yesterday.
Yes.